Yo, what's up guys? I'm back. Today, we're switching things up, no more water activities, we're hitting the sea cable car to see how wild this view really is. Honestly, today's ride is about to be an absolute vibe, I can already tell. If you guys have been keeping up, we traveled from Hai Long, made our way to Cat Ba Island, and basically tore the place up, right? But today, instead of taking the slow-mo ferry and wasting time waiting around just to get back to the mainland, I decided we're going with the, unquote, flying, unquote, option. Sounds fancy, but we're literally just hopping into a cable car from Cat Ba Island and soaring straight back to Hai Phong. Looking at that cabin dangling over the deep blue sea, man, it an appos, a mix of pure adrenaline and your legs shaking a little bit, no joke. This trip is going to be a whole movie, trust me. And it's not just about the views either. Tag along with me, and I'll drop a whole bunch of wild, lesser-known facts that I dug up about this exact cable car route. If you're the type who loves to travel and craves unique, off-the-beaten-path tours, you and Appos going to be totally hooked. No more talking, let an Appos get right into it. Let's go, guys! Before we can even jump into the cabin and unquote, fly unquote, over the sea, we've still got to do the usual drill, buy the tickets and wait. But yo, look at this crowd. See how packed it is? It is literally insane. The squad traveling with me, the locals, the tourists, everyone is flocking here just to experience this whole unquote, flying over the ocean unquote, thing. Honestly, you gotta be so patient, standing here until your legs get completely numb just to make it to the ticket gate, you know? Look at this endless wave of people, it looks like a whole festival out here. Since we're just chilling and waiting around anyway, quick trivia, do you guys know when this cable car was actually built? It officially launched back in mid-2020. And right now, this is a sea-crossing cable car that spans nearly 4 kilometers, connecting Cat Hai to the Phu Long station on Cat Ba Island. I did some deep dive research before coming here, and the most mind-blowing thing that bagged it a Guinness World Record on opening day is that it owns the tallest cable car pillar in the world, standing at a whopping 214.8 meters. Let me put that into perspective so you can grasp how massive this thing really is. This pillar is literally more than twice the height of the Statue of Liberty in New York, and it an Appos just a tiny bit shorter than the iconic Flatiron Building in Manhattan. Rising straight up from the ocean floor into the sky, seeing it from afar is just majestic as hell. And that's not even all. This system uses a 3-wire cable car technology, which is the most modern and safest in the world right now. The pulling power is basically superhuman, running smooth as butter even when the sea breeze is howling. Each cabin here is huge, like a mini bus, fitting up to 30 people at once. In just 1 hour, it can unquote, ship unquote, about 4,500 passengers back and forth. Absolutely elite. Word on the street is that once all the remaining phases are finished to connect straight into the heart of Cat Ba town, the total length will hit a massive 21 kilometers, making it the largest cable car system on the planet. Man, just standing in line and hearing all these facts gets you so hyped, right? You just want to bust into the cabin and experience it immediately. Lucky for me, it an Appos finally almost our turn. Let's get it, guys! To be honest, this whole experience feels less like catching a cable car and exactly like boarding an international flight. I kid you not, the security here is tight as hell. Just look over at the gate, literally everyone gets scanned down to the absolute detail, zero exceptions. There's no automatic conveyor belt here or anything, you just hold your bags and personal belongings, and the officers scan you directly as you pass through the security gate. Seeing the guards intensely monitoring every single person honestly makes the whole atmosphere feel instantly dramatic. When I first walked in, I was kinda clueless and thought to myself, unquote, wait, we're just taking a cable car to an island, why are they making such a massive deal out of this, unquote, but after chatting around with the staff here, it all clicked, and it actually makes total sense. Think about it, this is a huge sea-crossing cable car with a world record-breaking pillar dangling high up in the sky, right above a busy bay with hundreds of ships passing by every day. If a single hazardous item, flammable liquid, or chemical somehow makes its way into the cabin, the consequences would be catastrophic. So, this unquote, strictness unquote, is actually a massive green flag. They have to keep things airtight to ensure everyone is 100% safe. Speaking of the security gate, I just witnessed the most hilarious drama right before my eyes, and I have to share it with you guys. The security guards here have literal eagle eyes, it's insane. There was this older tourist guy who probably wanted to bring some local delicacies to the island, so he tried to bring a giant, whole durian. He wrapped it in multiple layers of black plastic bags and carried it by hand. He walked up looking smooth and confident, but the moment he hit the gate, the distinct unquote, signature unquote, aroma leaked out just a tiny bit, and his awkward posture completely gave him away. The guards read him like an open book. The security team immediately stopped him. But what I totally respect about them is how they handled it, incredibly polite, professional, yet absolutely firm. The guard smiled and said, unquote, "Sir, our policy strictly prohibits bringing strong-smelling food, especially durians, through the gate and into the enclosed cabins. If that scent fills up the cabin under this hot sun, the other passengers might literally pass out. Unquote. The poor guy's face just blanked out for a solid few seconds. He had no choice but to awkwardly drag his durian to a corner and finish it right then and there before being allowed back in line. Talk about a memorable pre-trip snack. But hey, seeing them work this thoroughly gives you absolute peace of mind. Knowing everything is double-checked makes you feel totally safe when you're dangling hundreds of feet above the roaring ocean, right? Let's get it. Alright guys, this is it. The passenger cabin is finally here. Oh my god, look at how massive this thing is, it looks absolutely legendary. For real, who's still saying Vietnam is underdeveloped? Come check this out. Unquote, underdeveloped unquote, but we've got master engineering that can easily rival, or even outclass, Western countries. Just look around, from the staff's top-tier professionalism to the whole station operations, everything is smooth as butter, literally flawless. 10 out of 10, no notes. I'm about to hop onto this absolute beast and literally fly across the sky like a bird. Man, my heart is pumping, I'm so hyped right now. And it's not just me, look at everyone around. Anyone seeing this giant human transporting machine for the first time is just completely jaw-dropped and mind-blown. So freaking proud of Vietnam right now. Let's go, guys, let's board this thing. down from up here, guys. Do you see that? I'm literally flying, just suspended right here in mid-air. From this altitude, everything below looks incredibly small. You can see the boats drifting down there, and way out in the distance is the panoramic view of the Hai Phong Sea. If any of you have taken this ride before, feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. While we and Appos re-cruising through the sky, here are a few stories I've researched and picked up from here and there to share with you all, just to let you know that we, the Vietnamese people, are definitely not lagging behind developed countries. First off, let's talk about this insane view. To give us this unprecedented, Bird and Appos, SI view of Lan Ha Bay, a perspective that used to be virtually impossible from a boat or ferry, engineers had to solve a highly complex puzzle involving open waters and rugged limestone topography. The environment here is no joke: unpredictable open seas, heavy winds, and jagged limestone karsts. Building traditional infrastructure here is tough enough, but a sea-crossing cable car takes it to another level. To overcome these natural elements, they pushed engineering limits to a record-breaking scale, constructing one of the tallest 3-wire cable car pillars in the world to ensure maximum stability against heavy marine gales. This structural feat completely revolutionized how people reach Cap Ba Island. Previously, getting here meant relying 100% on slow ferries, resulting in hours of traffic delays and total gridlock whenever bad weather hit. Now, it cuts travel time down to just minutes. It hasn't an Appos T just upgraded the tourist experience, it has radically transformed the local economy, creating new business opportunities and changing the daily rhythm of life for residents. But what I give a solid 10 out of 10, and this is a topic that highly resonates with global conversations on sustainability, is the balance between development and conservation. How do you introduce a massive, modern infrastructure project right into the core zones of an area with such high ecological value like the Cap Ba Biosphere Reserve? The secret lies in strategic planning. The entire route was designed to hug the edge of the bay, completely bypassing the primary rainforests to protect sensitive ecosystems and endangered wildlife. By shifting from fossil fuel-reliant transport to a clean, electric cable car system, they've successfully reduced the carbon footprint on the island. From an analytical perspective, this project isn't an Appos T just an engineering milestone, it's a perfect case study in using modern technology to achieve sustainable tourism growth without compromising nature. Pretty high-tier stuff, right guys? As you guys can see along with me, the view from up here is absolutely unreal. It's drop-dead gorgeous, right? But there's a physical feeling to this ride that I just have to share with you right now. Being suspended way up here in the sky, the inside of the cabin is actually surprisingly quiet. You don't hear any roaring engines or heavy mechanical clanking at all, it's just the peaceful, subtle whoosh of the ocean breeze brushing against the glass. It is such a therapeutic vibe. And man, the ride is smooth as butter, a total 10 out of 10. At first, I thought that floating over the open sea with these howling winds would make the cabin swing violently, and my legs were honestly shaking a bit. But nope. Thanks to that advanced 3-wire technology, this absolute beast cuts through the air completely flat. There is almost zero shaking, making you feel like you and Appos, just chilling on your sofa at home. On top of that, the transit is insanely fast and efficient. To literally fly across this massive stretch of ocean takes just about 10 minutes or so. It's so quick that before I could even fully process the scenery, we just zipped right through, and boom, we've officially arrived at the station on the Hai Phong mainland side. It is a complete night and day difference compared to the old days of waiting hours for the ferry. How cool and worth it was this experience today, guys? For me, this journey was absolute perfection, a solid masterpiece. But what about you guys? What are your thoughts? Have any of you ridden this record-breaking cable car yet, or are you planning a trip soon? Definitely let me know in the comments below so I can read them and maybe even nose around your own awesome travel videos. If you enjoyed this vlog, found it vibes, and feel proud of what Vietnamese engineering can achieve, please smash that like, share, and subscribe button to support the channel. That's a massive motivation for me to keep packing my bags and bringing you guys more epic travel content. But for now, it's an Appos' time to say goodbye. Thank you so much for hanging out and experiencing this journey with me today. Bye bye and see ya.